how do they do it? How is it that these great musicians are able to play their instrument with mastery and provoke this amazing reaction in their audiences where everybody stands up and gives them a standing ovation? How do they do it?
Trying to simplify my findings, I see that when musicians comply with 3 conditions, they can be considered virtuoso musicians. And the conditions are they have a method that would allow us to play their instrument with mastery. They assume the right attitudes on the stage that is going to allow them to connect with the people in their audience. And they will always perform with passion, and this is what is going to create an emotional bond between the musicians and the audience.
And the question is, what's your music like? And why do I ask this question? Because I am convinced that the attitudes that we assume in life have a sound. It's if we have a speaker right here and we're projecting music all the time, and this music denotes our attitudes. So sometimes you meet with people that are, super dynamic, and it's really nice to work with them, and they're considered leaders, and they're funny. And when you see them, you can listen to something like this.
At other times, you meet with someone, in a meeting, and they tell you, hey, this is Charles. Hey, Charles, how are you? Nice to meet you. And Charles says, hello, Felipe. How can I help you today? No, that's not possible. Impossible. You almost want to cry.
I told you that the method is going to help us improve our operational excellence. The attitude is going to really strengthen our culture of serving. And it is the passion and the love that we put in what we do, what it's really going to ignite innovation in an organization. Why? Because only the people that are passionate about what they do are the people that say to themselves, how can we do this better? How can we improve? How can we better serve our customers? How can we make this customer experience better? All of us, regardless of where we live, who we are, what we do, are being challenged with this new reality. All of our life systems and routines have been disrupted, and we have to decide what kind of an attitude we're going to embrace during these challenging times. And I have a very special invitation for you today to embrace what I call Attitude E. And that E stands for an entrepreneurial attitude. And this goes well beyond the concept of creating a new business, starting a new business. It's about being propositive, being innovative, taking risks, being agile in what we do, being entrepreneurial, regardless if we are the owners, the managers, the salespeople, the lawyer, or the accountant of the company. And in order to become entrepreneurial in what we do, we have to focus and develop 6 key attributes that I would like to share with you right now. The first one is ambition. It's the power of dreaming big, of having big objectives, great projects, of envisioning a project, having a guiding star that would guide all of our actions and all of our efforts. Joel Arthur Barker says that a vision without action is a dream that you will never fulfill. Action without a vision is nonsense, but a vision with action can actually change the world. Now, what Barker calls action, I call energy, and it's the second attribute. And it's putting all of your energy, all of your effort in turning that dream into a reality. It's about hard work, discipline, rigor, accountability, flawless execution. Now, what happens with our energy? All of us start our projects with high levels of energy, and then with time we get excited with our projects, and then with difficulties and obstacles our energy just dissipates, and that's why we leave some of our projects just abandoned in the middle of their lifespan. So this gives me context for the next attribute, which is endurance. And it's developing resilience. It's knowing that even though we have a very clear plan to go from point A to point B, and we have a strategy to do it, once we start making progress, we realize that the route is completely different and it's full of challenges. And we need to endure, and we need to persevere, and we need to find the ways to overcome these obstacles and to reach our goals. The next attribute, it's about teamwork, it's ensemble. It's how we work together, how we create efficient teams, how we work aligned with an objective, with some rules of engagement, of behavior, on how we tune our mindsets and our behaviors to create lasting impact. It's about co-creating, it's about collaborating. Now the next one is absolutely key, and I call it elasticity, and it's about being creative, being innovative, breaking paradigms, thinking outside of the box, or just kicking out the box if it's necessary. It's about the elasticity of the mind. It's about learning to put our two hemispheres of our brain to dance. And the last element that we need to pursue is engagement. And this is when we realize that everything we do is not for our own benefit, for our own sake, but the benefit of the sake of the others. It's about serving other people. It's about giving. Because when we do what we do with love, the ordinary ceases to happen and the extraordinary starts to happen. It's about seeking perfection. We will never reach perfection, but we're called to seek perfection every time. We need to do things the right way, with the right set of principles, acting always in an ethical way. So engagement is about giving ourselves to others, about serving other people. So my invitation is follow your heart, because you will fail 100% of the shots that you don't shoot. So you're probably right there, right in the border of the cliff. Just jump. Take the risk. Follow your dreams. Follow your heart, and you will start flying and feeling this true happiness, because happiness is the result of having great dreams, working hard, and being very clear that this work is to serve other people and to give ourselves to other people. This is the invitation to embrace this attitude E, and we are going to really be actors of transformation in our challenging times.
I would like to make a reflection on the very unique moment where we are living right now. It's a moment full of changes, and this demands that every one of us question, how do I have to adapt my mindsets and my behaviors to respond to this new reality?
So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go in depth into each one of these dimensions and analyze it from the music perspective and see what key learnings we can extract from them for us to use in our daily jobs, in our works, and in our lives.
And in that process of innovating, some ideas will work and some will not work. It doesn't matter, it's part of the process. Just as Ludwig van Beethoven said once, to play the wrong note is insignificant, but to play without passion is inexcusable.